Hello everyone, I am Julie Ann Dawson and you're tuning in to the Free Message Friday. So this week I'm going to do a reading from the Archangel Michael deck by Doreen Virtue. Get a little closer here so you can see it here. And the reason why I'd like to do a reading for the collective with Archangel Michael is because I am very empathic, and the collective consciousness energy this week has been heavily influenced by a lot of fear, and I know a lot of people are feeling those emotions right now, and Archangel Michael is the best angel to work with if you're experiencing fear, and his energy is so strong and powerful, and I felt his presence this morning, and I felt like this was the best deck to use. So I'm going to go ahead and open the deck. And no matter if you're watching this video today, which I think today is the 15th of May, or you're tuning in weeks from now, there will be a message here for you. So I'm going to knock on the deck to clear the energy, as I do with every other reading. This clears the energy. Falling in the energy of Archangel Michael. Oop, we already got a card. And I feel like there's a really big block in my throat right now. So there's a lot of suppressed emotional energy as well. And I feel like that really goes hand in hand with fear. And not being able to express yourself, like blocking those emotions, holding them in. You gotta let it out. It's not healthy to suppress emotions, if that makes sense. The throat chakra has a lot to do with creativity. Not just actually like verbally speaking. It has everything to do with the throat chakra being creative, singing, acting, expressing yourself, speaking your truth. Sometimes I see little pictures when I have my eyes closed, so I know it might look a little weird. Shuffling with my eyes closed here. But that's also one way I receive messages. I think this might be part of the reading too. Nope, this one definitely wants to be part of the reading. Okay. Okay, the bottom card is also part of the reading. So I do a little muscle testing too, because sometimes the bottom card is also part of the reading. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards here. Okay. Just gonna order them and see what the connecting overall theme and message is here. The first card that I'm going to start with and the overall theme today is God is in charge. So if you can see this card here. So again, with the fear, we kind of started off the reading today with that. Honestly, it's really hard to surrender sometimes, and I feel like living in that fear is also you not trusting that God has a plan for you. And it's really easy to fall into that fear, especially with everything that's happening in the world. But this is also telling you to surrender and trust, because the universe really does have your back. So on the bottom of the card it says, please help me let go of this situation. Having faith and trusting your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. Then the next card here is, you and your loved ones are safe. And the bottom of the card says, like a little prayer, Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. and you can say specific individual names who may especially need healing right now. Please help me feel secure and at peace, and fill me with faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthful, happy life. So again, this is like going back to trusting in source here, that you're protected by the angels and by the universe at all times. So you don't have anything to worry about. If you've been, thinking about worst case scenarios in your mind, and that's been a big part of the collective this week, is thinking worst case scenario situations in your head that haven't happened. And I can speak for that personally as well. And this is part of being a human. We're trained like that to survive, and it's something that we can have control over, and we can choose to shift our focus and shift our thoughts and go back to having faith and trusting that everything is going to be okay. Instead of having fear control our lives, we can have control over it. And then this one here says, forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. So what is happening too is, like God is in charge. We have this virus situation happening all over the world. And this is to be a little more gentle with yourself. Again, like going back to maybe the worst case scenario thoughts that you might have been having this week and the week going forward too. So don't give in to those lower vibrational feelings, and go easy. Okay, this is also saying to forgive others, not just to forgive yourself. So it's saying, please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear toward others. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about here. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. And this goes for blaming others for maybe your problems, or blaming other people for things that are happening in the world. You gotta let it go, because this is what causes disease inside of ourselves. Let me see what else this card has to say. The act of forgiveness itself is going to create space, because when we release those fears and the feeling of anxiety and holding on to like grudges or lack of forgiveness for yourself and for others, it has a buildup of energy in our bodies, and once we forgive, we can release it and create space for something new. Yeah, it's like take a nice deep breath with that. That felt really good. Okay. Having confidence in making a commitment. Okay, so these two go hand in hand together. I'll show you them one at a time. Let's have confidence and making a commitment. So I can't help but feel like I'm hearing business, business, business right now. So this has everything to do with work-related situations, and maybe like some on a personal level. Now is a really great time to be building your confidence with things. I know especially for like my artist friends out there, who a lot of people that may be unemployed, now is the time to be like working on yourself. And maybe like practicing forgiveness too, not just confidence. And making a plan for yourself, and actually making a commitment to that plan. And now's the time to start picking those energies back up again with making a plan and seeing it through, like when the quarantine and everything is going to be over. So having a plan in place. So whether it's business related or something else, if you've been having some trouble making commitments in general, now's the time to start to do it. The having confidence card too has a lot to do with having confidence and faith that everything is going to be okay. And seeing ahead of time, like imagine your life being on a timeline and seeing what life is like, feeling what life is like after the quarantine is over. Yep, this is all about having confidence and strength to move forward. So expect that energy to start to come in this week and utilize it. Harness that energy. Ask the angels for help. If you don't feel comfortable asking the archangels, you can say, thank you, universe, thank you, higher self, or spirit guides, whatever it is that you ask for help at this time. And keep the faith. God is in charge. Trust that everything is going to be okay. Blessings, everybody.